Raw&Uncut, raw reaction back. We got another video for you. Now, I have not seen this. I seen it pop up a little while ago when I was uploading some videos, and I was like, that looks interesting, because I've been following this for 30 years, more likely 27, 28 years since it happened. And if you don't know who this guy is, this is Reggie Wright Jr., former head of security at Death Row with Right Way Security. It was the one, he was the guy that was in charge for the off-duty cops that was providing security for Death Row artists while they were on tour, doing shows or whatever, moving around, whatever, moving through the city. They were providing security for them. So Reggie Wright Jr. was the head of that. That was his company, and he had a bunch of officers under him as security, off-duty officers. Well, anyways, he's been involved in a lot of things over the years when it comes to Tupac, Suge, Biggie, Puffy. There's a lot of things, people say a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things Reggie has said where a lot of it is true, and there's a lot of things where Reggie has said and some of it doesn't add up. Let's just say it like that. So I'm not calling Reg a liar, but I'm not saying he's the most honest person. The funny thing is he says the same thing that I'm saying about him about Suge. But anyways, he's saying something right here about Diddy and Suge that is very much the truth. This is exactly how it is in terms of who is coming after him. From what the headline said, let's get right into this. Without further ado, Raw&Uncut, raw reaction. Reggie Wright Jr., and he's spilling some beans. Let's see what the fuck he's talking about.
Okay, Reggie, so there's always a lot of speculation when somebody takes such a nosedive in their life or career like Diddy did. People say this Illuminati stuff and all this and that. What do you think, though, ultimately was the beginning or was the reason for Diddy's downfall when it comes to music, business, personal life, all that? What are your thoughts?
Initially when all of this started coming out, I thought it was because of that new law, or that law where they had that was about to expire, that when Cassidy came out with the allegations and stuff like that. But then I saw that thing at the BET Award show where Puffy was shouting out Cassidy about 6 or 8 months before her lawsuit became public. And professing his love with his woman, his girl, Miss Miami, sitting in the audience with signs talking about "We love Puffy" and "We love Puffy" and all of that, making her look like a fool. So I used to think, okay, well, Diddy knew and he knew what was going on. But then we started hearing about the liquor company that had dropped him or was in negotiation to terminate him from contract, where they eventually had to buy him out.
That's exactly what Ciroc did. The corporation that owns the brand, right, that had the partnership with Diddy, ended up buying him out in the midst of all this, right? Or like right before, bought him out. But then who did you see jump in the alcohol game right after that or during that same time? Who came out with a new drink called gin and juice? You see? Because they all are part of the same fucking group. They got rid of Diddy. All right, we ain't gonna get the money with Diddy no more in this department. Hey, Snoop and Dre, you guys can get this money now. Fuck him. You guys have been good, doing exactly what we've asked of you all the time. You guys never give us any lip. You're always there to do whatever we ask of you. This is yours. Here you go. It's a gift from us to you. That's how it works. Let's get back into this. Reggie Wright Jr. spilling the beans on Diddy and Suge. Let's fucking keep it rolling.
And I found out that company, guess who their original founders were? Or they were part of? They were part of Groms. And I was like, whoa, Groms? Didn't they do this to somebody before in the 90s? And I said, whoa. That's how they took down Suge. Because we can say all we want about Orlando and Vegas and all that, but Edgar Brofman, who was the owner of Seagram's at the time, that's how he broke Suge down. Suge was guaranteed $1.5 million a month in distribution and 50% of all revenue that was generated after they paid for everything. That was a hell of a deal.
And you see right there, that's facts. Everything he said so far is facts. You can look the shit up. He's giving you the real. Let's keep watching. This is getting very, very fucking interesting.
And they took that machine away from me, meaning Interscope, Seagram, the same company that took Puffy down, the same, not the same owners, but the same company, people that was in the same position that took Puffy down, that eventually took Bad Boys down. It's also the company that took Suge Knight and Death Row Records down.
You hear that? You see? Did you hear that? Now, there's a lot of people out there that like to discredit Reggie because, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that he says that isn't true. But if you're in the know and you know what's true and what isn't. And he's spitting straight facts just to tell you how everything works behind the scenes. Who's connected? They're talking about Diddy. Why aren't they talking about the rest of them? Jay-Z, Dre, Snoop. They ain't talking about none of them. In fact, at a time when Diddy's getting taken down, Snoop and Dre are now being put on an even higher pedestal. More money in your pocket, more vision, more everything. That's what happens when you are a great, great, beautiful slave to motherfucking Satan himself.
So y'all let that think about it. And that's something big to think about. How these two big liquor companies got involved in the music business or got involved in these people, the black urban music executives' lives, and somehow, and then once they pissed them off, then they broke them. They institutionalized them or threatened them with possibly going to jail, but more importantly, took away their money streams and their way of life. This points this out that this is one liquor company did this to these two major labels. And give you some food for thoughts. Give you food for thoughts. There's something to bring out. And so, John, if you can explain the name of the companies and everything in more detail, because I know you're better at that than I am. I appreciate it.
So it looks like Diageo and is the company that initially started all this with that Diddy sued back in May of last year. I believe they are the parent company that bought out Seagram's years back. And the old CEO from Seagram's is, what was his name that you mentioned?
Edgar Broff.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know if he's still with Diageo or not. I have no idea, but yeah, it's crazy that you can kind of somewhat connect all that stuff together when it comes to him, Suge.
You got to keep in mind, Reggie knows a lot. There's so much that he knows he'll never tell. That's one thing, right? Because Reggie's an ex-cop. But Reggie will never tell. But there's a lot of shit that he throws off. He throws shit in it. He throws like a monkey wrench in it to throw that off, right? Certain stuff. But then other things like this, he keeps it a straight buck, and he's a straight shooter. He's not bullshitting. He's keeping it real. He's keeping it a buck. So that's why I fuck with Reggie, right? And there's a lot of things with him, but we'll talk more about Reggie Wright Jr. later on. But for right now, everything he said about those liquor companies, those two corporations that were involved in the gangster rap music industry, there were high-ranking executives, and those are the ones who took Suge down when it came tough time for him. They left him, and they were part of the helping of taking him down. Same thing's going on with Diddy, but Diddy's guilty for a lot more than Suge was, right? I really feel Suge Knight was screwed. Some say that's karma, whatever, but give him his due. Give him what you owe. You can't take everything from someone and just say Suge did not contribute anything to death row. Suge didn't contribute anything. He did. He made it all happen. Regardless of whatever you want to call it, he put it all together. He put it all together. Him, not everyone else. And people will say, Dre. But Dre couldn't get out of the contract with Ruthless. Suge got him out, however you want, by hook or by crook, however it happened, so many different stories. But he's the one that got him out of the contract to enable him to move forward with his career. Enough said. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Leave your comments down in the comment section. Tell me how you feel about it. And like we always do about this time, we out.